Hello, this is Reverend Ronald Wooding, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining in with us for this illustrious occasion of Daddy Bruce Randolph's 121st birthday celebration that we do each year. If he was still alive, he'd be 121, but we still celebrate, and people always say we feel like he's always with us. So in doing that, let me first open up in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity to come together with so many people from around the city and around the state that are listening in today. And we want to be able to continue doing this celebration because Daddy Bruce reached out and helped so many people during his lifetime. He said he wanted to be like Jesus and feed 5,000, but as it kept growing, Lord, it's grown to many, many more over the years, over and over and over. But people still remember the person who started this, and this was Daddy Bruce Randolph. And we want to continue honoring his name by carrying on this event each and every year. Today is tonight, whenever we want to just talk about Daddy Bruce and what he meant to this community, because each and every time I meet someone that I haven't met before and the name comes up, they have a story that they can tell about Bruce Randolph and what he did for this community. And as they say, not just for Denver, but he showed the entire city how to give. And this was back before many organizations that are giving now were even in existence. Daddy Bruce went in his own pocket and reached in, pulled out his money to start giving. And it kept growing and growing, and with the volunteers coming in and the organizations like the Denver Broncos and so many others that came to the table back then that helped support it, it became a very, very powerful event because people knew about it all over the country because of the news stations carrying it on Thanksgiving. And of course, Daddy Bruce was well known for traveling with the Broncos, and they even gave him a jersey that said number 12, the 12th man, and he wore that and proudly had it hung in his barbecue pit. But, you know, again, he passed in 1994. And here it is 2022, and we are still celebrating as if he was here with us today. So as we go into the program, I want each and every one of you to be able to know that you can still help us out by giving, donating for this event that comes up each and every year. So we will post those up throughout the program as to how you can give to this particular event.
And back this morning, 6:43 is your time. Denver 7's celebration of Black History Month continues this morning with a story about a Colorado legend.
Last week, we shared the story of Black pitmasters and their contributions to barbecue. And this week, we're introducing you to a man whose barbecue restaurant served as a launching pad to help feed hungry customers and thousands of people in need in Denver.
Denver 7's Micah Smith shares the story of Daddy Bruce Randolph.
In Denver, his name is everywhere.
Daddy Bruce was a legend in his own time.
But outside of what's named after him, who is Daddy Bruce Randolph?
He opened up a restaurant on the corner of, at that time, it was Gilpin and 34th.
This is what Daddy Bruce did. He gave back to his community.
All of that is true, but to understand who Bruce Randolph, aka Daddy Bruce, really is, we have to start 2 centuries ago, in a different state. Daddy Bruce documentarian Reverend Ronald Wooding says Bruce Randolph was born in 1900 in Arkansas.
His grandmother was an ex-slave, and according to history that she raised him basically, and of course she gave him her spiritual guidance along with her secret recipe for barbecue sauce.
He grabbed that recipe and went to live with his son in the Mile High City.
He came to Denver in the late 50s, well, in his 50s at that time.
At the time, Daddy Bruce was in desperate need of a new beginning. He had several failed business ventures, and even though he was past middle age, he decided Denver would be the place where he started over.
He wanted to go back to his first love, and that was cooking.
Reverend Wooding says Daddy Bruce's barbecue served as a gathering spot, a place to grab a quick bite, and a place to get a free meal for those in need.
In his very first year, 63 years old, in 1963, he decided he wanted to be like Jesus and feed 5,000. In his lifetime, he was feeding over 30, 40,000 people just on Thanksgiving. It continued to get so large that, of course, the Broncos came out. Pat Bowlen, the owner of the Broncos, would come out and help out.
Which Reverend Wooding says led to Daddy Bruce traveling with the Broncos and feeding them as well. Over the years, Bruce Randolph's reputation for giving back to the community grew larger.
To the point that in 1986, they named the street after him, so which was 34th is now Bruce Randolph Avenue.
Daddy Bruce died in 1994. His restaurant closed soon after. But that wasn't the end of the Daddy Bruce story. It was actually the pinnacle. Not only did the Thanksgiving meals keep coming, but in 2010, a school was named in his honor. Bruce Randolph School Principal Melissa Boyd says Daddy Bruce's characteristics are literally spelled out on the school's walls.
Our school values, brilliance, respect, unity, character, and effort really exemplify who Daddy Bruce was.
With Reverend Wooding's help, the school also is creating a Daddy Bruce photo gallery in the cafeteria after only having one picture of the legend for years.
They wanted to do something creative with Bruce Randolph.
Each caption will hold a piece of Daddy Bruce's life, giving the next generation the full story of a man who started life over in his 50s, used his passion for cooking to feed thousands, and whose name can be found throughout Denver. Reporting in Denver, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Really nice story.
Such
Micah
a
did there.
great story. Yeah.
Bruce Randolph School will hold a dedication for the brand new photo gallery this Saturday, February 15th, on Daddy Bruce's birthday.
I love the acronym in the school, too.
Well, hello. My name is Pastor Frank Jones, and this is my beautiful wife, Dr. Tawana Jones. And we are here just to give honor and accolades to a man who has done so much, and his legacy is still in effect. And we thank God for none other than Daddy Bruce. We know that in order to run any organization, it takes funds. It really takes a lot of donations. And so we are asking for you, if you have enjoyed the program and you want to sow a seed into what Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation is doing. We have so many various things that go on throughout the year. In February, we do the annual birthday celebration. Yes. And I know Reverend Wooding mentioned that Daddy Bruce would be 121 years old this year, but he's actually 122. He meant to say 122 years old. And so we're celebrating his birthday in February. In May, we have the job fair, where we also partner with the city and county of Denver. And then, of course, in November, we prepare to feed the family, and we thank God for that. So we're asking you, if you believe in the causes that we stand for, thank you for every donation you've already given, and we're asking if you would contribute again. If you'd like to give, please do so by logging on to the website. Our website is www.daddybrucelegacy.org. You can also give through Cash App, # Daddy Bruce Legacy. And also, if you want to donate through PayPal, you can log on and click on Daddy Bruce Randolph Legacy Foundation. You can also give through the website. And again, we already mentioned the website. Or if you would like to give by check, you can call our executive director, Reverend Wooding, and his number is 720-435-5738. We thank you, and we ask that you would seriously consider donating to such a worthy cause. A man whose dream was to feed over 5,000, just like Jesus did, and I believe he has well exceeded that. Yes. So again, thank you for every donation, and we just enjoy the programming that's yet to come. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Jackie Weaver Perkins of Denver, Colorado, and I am so honored to have been chosen to sing the theme song for the Daddy Bruce documentary. Put a Light in Your Window was written by Larry Lampel of Denver, Colorado. Now, Larry and Daddy Bruce were very close friends, So he wrote this song during his lifetime. I want you to sit back, be blessed, and enjoy this song, Light in Your Window. Shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, shine it bright. Shine, shine, shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, shine it bright. Shine, listen, just put a light in your window for the world to see. The world to see. Remember your neighbor. He needs your love. Just put a light in your window for the world to see. Reach out and touch your fellow man. He needs a helping hand. Just keep a light in your window for the world to see. The world needs to see. Remember your neighbor. Oh yeah, he needs your love. Your neighbor needs your love. Just keep that light in your window. Give them a helping hand. You'll reach out and touch your fellow man. Yeah, he needs a helping hand. Listen, when it comes to God's love, we're all one big family. Should a man go hungry for his honesty? Maybe next year he'll give you a helping hand. If you keep that light in your window shining bright, shine, 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 shine. Makes me happy, Daddy said. When I see my brother stepping out. Listen, he came to Daddy Bruce and told him, I'm going into the city. Gonna give me a hot dog stand. So maybe next year I'll come back and help you feed these lads. He kept that light in his window. It was shining bright. It was shining bright. He saw the pain in many eyes. The people didn't even have a smile. See, they were longing to be equal in a world where only a few survive. We're talking about poor people. He kept smiling and giving, and hearing all their complaints. He kept the light in his window, shining bright. Woo! Kept a light in his window. Listen, you'll give a helping hand. So whatever you got, it may be great, it may be small, but everything Daddy Bruce did, he did it in love, 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 change the world. Keep a light in your window, and you'll do everything that Daddy Bruce did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep a light in your window, keep it shining bright. Hey, hey, hey. Just keep a light in your window. You know what? He was a generous man. At Thanksgiving time, he put a turkey on everybody's table. And the little children, Easter egg hunts, put shoes on people's feet, coats on their backs. He was a generous man. Just keep that light in the window. In the morning, go on and shine, 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 shine in the morning, in the evening, in the nighttime you can shine. Do it in love. He better shine, shine, keep on shining, shine.
Dear Mr. Randolph, over the years, I have witnessed many times the greatness of the American spirit. Compassion for others, creativity in meeting challenges, and determination to accomplish our goals are significant attributes of our people.
Daddy Bruce was an incredible philanthropist. He was the guy with the biggest heart in the hood and throughout all of Denver. He gave so much of his time and money and energy to people who were less fortunate than he.
The program started off very small, and then it evolved into something much, much larger, which is today one of the largest events that we hold in the city.
I remember a friend of mine coming down to the house and saying, man, there's a little guy up here on Franklin that's giving food away. And I thought to myself, you know, I mean, who's going to be giving food away? He said, no, man, I mean, the whole community is out there. This man is feeding the whole community.
Daddy Bruce says, if anything, he has too many volunteers this year, and he knows why. He says, if they volunteer here, they don't have to cook dinner at home.
Man, seldom do somebody name a street after you before you die, just in case you don't mess up again.
Take a school like Bruce Randolph in Denver. 3 years ago, it was rated one of the worst schools in Colorado. But last May, 97% of the seniors received their diploma. That's what good schools can do. And we want good schools all across the country.
Your involvement exemplifies the highest tradition of service to others and enhances the lives of all our citizens. With best wishes for continued success, sincerely, Ronald Reagan.
I sat up on that back and looked down at him, and boy, he's eating up some food. I enjoy that. That's my life.
Therefore, I, John W. Hickenlooper, Governor of the State of Colorado, do hereby officially proclaim November 22nd, 2014, Denver Feed a Family Day. All right.
Shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, shine it bright. Shine your light, shine your light, shine your light, shine it bright. Listen, just put a light in your window.
Hello everyone, my name is Joyce Randolph, and I am the great-granddaughter of the late and great Daddy Bruce Randolph. I am so elated to be a part of this great tribute celebration for him. And without further ado, I would like to sing him a tribute song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, yeah. Happy birthday, Daddy Bruce.
Hi everyone, greetings from Haiti. I'm so sorry I can't be with you this evening to accept this award. How funny, the Tamara Banks Award. Oh my God, how crazy is that? But I'm so truly humbled for this honor. Reverend Wooding, thank you. Look, I'm just doing my job. Me and many other journalists, most of us take our jobs very seriously. And recently we've all been called the enemy of the state. And we know those are dangerous words, right? We need to have an autonomous, free press in order to have a functioning democracy. So I'm just doing my job, whether it's the Daddy Bruce Thanksgiving story, or stories here in Haiti, or in Sudan, or South Sudan, or in 5 Points, or in Washington, D.C. I'm just doing my job, but I truly am honored, and I accept this award on behalf of journalists who are just trying to make the world a better place. So from Haiti, I encourage you to find your calling and follow your passion and your calling, and make sure that whatever your passion and calling is that you serve the rest of the world, the rest of your community. Whether you're a journalist, a photographer, or a lawyer, or a business person, or a mother, a father, teacher, wherever you show up in the world, make sure you're serving others. And Daddy Bruce, Thanksgiving, please continue on for many more years. Happy birthday to Daddy Bruce, 100 and some odd years old, if you were alive today. And I just encourage you to find a great spot in the world to show up in a way that makes the world a better place. Thank you again to everyone, and I'll see you very soon back in the States, and I'll tell you all about this amazing story that we're covering here in Haiti upon my return. Have a great evening, everyone, and see you soon.
Well, hello. We're back again, and we have the opportunity and the privilege of introducing someone we just met. I had an opportunity of meeting this person through email on several occasions and never formally met until just this past weekend. So I thank God that I was able to meet Julie Spear Jackson. She is a jewel and a giant in her own right. She has done so many things for the community. As a matter of fact, she was responsible for helping aid being able to put the production of the film Keep a Light in Your Window and have it shown on PBS, Channel 6, so Rocky Mountain PBS. So we thank Julie Jackson for all of the wonderful things that she has contributed to the organization of Daddy Bruce, and not just to the Daddy Bruce Foundation, but also to humanitarianism in general. She's a writer, she's a producer, she's a director, she is working with and in conjunction with Truce Media Collective. She also is the president and chief executive creative officer, I should say, for Julie Spears Productions. So let us put our hands together and give a great applause for Julie Spear Jackson, who is receiving the Tamara Banks Media Award. Great job, Julie.
Hi, I'm Julie Spear Jackson, and I am so honored to receive the 2022 Tamara Banks Media Award from the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation. I'm a writer, producer, and director with Truce Media Collective and Julie Spear Productions. I started working with Reverend Wooding about 5 or 6 years ago and helped him to get the Keep a Light in Your Window documentary on public television. Getting to know Reverend Wooding, I was so inspired by his dedication and passion that I continued to help get the word out about some of the year-round events at the foundation, and of course, covered the iconic Thanksgiving giveaway during the pandemic. This award is especially meaningful because it's named after my friend and colleague of 20 years, Tamara Banks, who I first met when she was covering the work we were doing in Haiti. Tamara exemplifies Daddy Bruce's philosophies, and I'm honored to share this award with her. Unity is one of Daddy Bruce's key values, and it's one that I strive to live by. It resonates with me on a deep personal level and on a professional level as well. Unity. As a matter of fact, it's one of the key values of the media co-op that I'm a member of, Truce Media Collective. We're working with Reverend Wooding to develop some new ways of getting Daddy Bruce's story out and inspiring all the people moving into Denver who are just now learning about the man that has a street and a school named after him. Brilliance, respect, character, unity, excellence. Daddy Bruce, Tamara Banks, and Reverend Wooding all exemplify these values, and I'm so honored to carry on this tradition in the stories that I tell. Thank you.
Well, you've heard what the B. Bruce Awards stand for. That brilliance, respect, unity, character, and effort. So our first recipient of the B. Bruce Award is none other than Dr. Claudette Sweet. She is an activist in our community. If there is an event going on, especially for our people, you will see Dr. Sweet there. She is part of the Kwanzaa committee. She helps to host and organize the Senior Kwanzaa Luncheon and make sure the seniors are recognized. She's very active in the Ministers' Wives organization on the local and state level. She's part of the National Negro Women's Council. She also helped when Honorable Wilma Webb had put into effect the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And she was a part of that. She's also been supportive of the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation. And for that brilliance, for that unity, and for that effort, as a senior adult, we give this honor to Dr. Claudette Sweet. Thank you. Amazing.
Great job, Dr. Kevin.
I would like to thank the committee, the foundation, and the Daddy Bruce Committee for presenting me this outstanding community award. It is a pleasure for me to accept it, and I'm humbled by that expression. I would also like to tell you the first time I met Daddy Bruce, he was a Southern gentleman. He knew how to greet people. He was a hugger. And he also had a personality that was warm and refreshing. At the time, I was working at Mitchell Elementary School, which was just about 2 or 3 blocks from his restaurant. And oftentimes we would go and have lunch or dinner engagements in his restaurant. We had heard so much about his barbecue, and the word was out. And I just want to say that this man, his legacy was to help someone. And I do know of his works. I do know that he has a legacy of helping others. And it's my prayer that the committee will continue his legacy to continue to help somebody. That's his legacy. God bless.
Next, I have the awesome opportunity and great honor to introduce our next recipient of the B. Bruce Award, and that goes to none other than the infamous, well-known Dr. Syl Morgan Smith. She is a jewel and a giant in the community. She does so much for our community. Many of you, when I mentioned her name, the first thing you probably thought of was New Hope Baptist Church and the Music Hall of Fame. So we thank God for Dr. Syl Morgan Smith. Not only is she great in our community, but she is known nationwide, probably international as well, for bringing in national artists into Denver. She is also responsible for being a great communicationist. She is over mass media. She's an event planner, and she is also a motivational speaker. So if you have not had an opportunity to meet Dr. Syl Morgan Smith, you're missing one of the greatest humans that God has placed on this earth. We thank God for Dr. Syl Morgan Smith. Let's give her some praise for the work she does. God bless you, Dr. Syl.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Syl Morgan Smith, founder and president of the Colorado Gospel Music Academy and Hall of Fame. I am thrilled to be an honoree at the Bruce Awards. You make my heart glad. I am so happy because Daddy Bruce was indeed a friend of mine. I remember the days when I was anchoring television news. I always made it a point to have a TV crew down at his restaurant for the big Thanksgiving Day celebration. And my reward, some of the best barbecue in the world. There was nobody like Daddy Bruce. He knew his craft, but he knew and he loved people. And my congratulations and gratitude to the board of directors of the Bruce Foundation, and a special shout out to you, Pastor Wooding, and you, Pastor Jones. Keep doing what you're doing and keep the taste right there in the name of Daddy Bruce. God bless.
Wasn't that just amazing? Our next recipient is Dr. Vern Howard. Dr. Vern Howard, he is the chairman of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Commission, and every year he helps put together the parade, the parade activities. He's involved in the community. I say we because I've had the opportunity to help with them as well, but they do things such as feed the community on Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Food is collected, and not only just on the event of Martin Luther King Day, but he embraces the spirit of Daddy Bruce by feeding the community, providing diapers for unwed mothers or single parents. So they're collecting all of these items to feed back into the community. Not only that, but then recognizing and continuing the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and all the things that he stood for, the unity that he stood for that brings people together of all colors. So to you, Dr. Vern Howard, we appreciate you, and we give you the B. Bruce Award. Yes. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Dr. Vern L. Howard, and with a humble heart, I cannot express enough the honor and the gratitude that I feel receiving the B. Bruce Award. Brilliance, respect, character, unity, excellence. All of those words definitely describe Daddy Bruce, a man who was a humanitarian at heart, whose footprints are way too large for any of us to try to fill. A man who I am proud to be standing in his shadows. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. quoted Jesus when he said, "We can all be great because we can all serve." Daddy Bruce understood this and he took it to heart. Daddy Bruce used to say, "I love you and there's nothing you can do about it." Daddy Bruce uplifted a community, uplifted a state, and then uplifted a nation where he garnered nationwide recognition for the greatness that he did in the Denver community. Once again, I am humbled and I say thank you. And I cannot say thank you enough and congratulations enough to the other 2022 recipients of this prestigious award. Thank you.
That was wonderful. That was awesome. We also have the opportunity, and we have a special honor that we would like to give a B. Bruce Award to our next recipients, and they are none other than Michael and Laquita Taylor of Taylor Mortuary Cremation Services, and they are just awesome people. If you ever needed someone in a time of need, in a time when you didn't think you were going to make it through, you know you can always count on Laquita and Brother Michael to lay to rest your loved ones. And so we thank God for them especially during this pandemic time. Their services are so needed and so compassionate and so caring when it comes to laying someone to rest. So we thank God for Michael, who is the president and funeral director of Taylor Funeral and Cremation Services. Mm-hmm. And we also thank God for Laquita, his beautiful wife, who is vice president of the funeral home, funeral director, Notary Republic. And we thank God for their services. They are some awesome people. They will give you the shirts off their backs. As a matter of fact, we know that when Sister Laquita is doing a homegoing service, she sings, she directs, she lays people to rest, put the makeup on. She does some awesome work. And we thank God for Michael having the vision to establish the business. So to both Michael and Laquita at Taylor Funeral Home and Cremation Services, our hats go off to you, and we honor you for receiving the B. Bruce Award. God bless you.
Hello, I am Laquita Taylor and my husband Michael Taylor. We are the owners and founders of Taylor Funeral and Cremation Services. I am so honored I had to take this acceptance speech by myself on today due to my husband being out of town and was not able to get back in time. But I want to say we are so honored to be nominated to receive the B. Bruce Award for such a powerful man, Daddy Bruce Randolph, for his life's work and how he affected the city, the state, as well as the nation. I remember in the early 90s helping serve so many people for Thanksgiving with Daddy Bruce on 34th Avenue, which is now known as Bruce Randolph Avenue. It was so many people just to see the people that he poured out to feed on that day. He was such a humble and quiet man with a passion for what he believed in, is such an inspiration, even to myself. So today we say thank you, Daddy Bruce, for the legacy you left. And we say happy heavenly birthday. You will never be forgotten. Thank you again to the Daddy Bruce Randolph Legacy Foundation and the committee who nominated us as well to receive such an honorable award. Bless you all. We love you, the Taylors.
That was amazing.
Yes, it was.
The next recipient we have is a young person, and I really appreciate when young people are involved in their community and doing things in the community. And this award goes to none other than Tabitha Jones. Tabitha is the founder and CEO of Hella Relatable Podcast, where she speaks with the community about different health issues. It could be mental health or physical health, spiritual health, and she breaks it down to a vernacular where people her age and older can understand. She's also involved very much in her church with youth. She's involved in her secular job with youth and with her community with youth, and she does a lot with youth and getting them prepared for their future. So to Tabitha Jones, we present to you the B. Bruce Award. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tabitha Jones, and I just want to say thank you to the Daddy Bruce Randolph Legacy Foundation for allowing me to be a part of this experience, and thank you for allowing me to receive the B. Bruce Award. And there's so many things that we could say about Daddy Bruce and who he was and what he has done for our communities, but for me personally, I see Daddy Bruce as somebody who truly embodies what it means to be a person of service and somebody who also embodies what it means to be selfless, as he is somebody that has always put people before himself. He has always put the community before himself and the needs of the community before himself. It's one thing to serve your community, but it's another to serve your community with their hearts and their thoughts in mind when it comes to serving them in the right ways that they need to be served. And I just hope that I'm able to do that for the communities that I'm in as well. So thank you, Daddy Bruce, for everything that you have done. Your legacy continues to live on.
What a wonderful presentation. We now have the opportunity to say congratulations to our next recipient, Sister Miss Rose Mylan. And I want to call her mother. When I met her, she has such an open heart, has such a warm spirit. I want to call her mother, Mother Rose Mylan. Her name is Miss Rose Mylan. She is a foundational cornerstone at Epworth Foundation. She is a humanitarian. She's also a giver, she's a helper, and she is more than anything else, she's a servant. When I had the opportunity to meet her, her heart is so huge that I just fell in love with her, and I thank God for Miss Rose Mylan. Miss Rose, we congratulate you for being a recipient of the B. Bruce Award. God bless you.
Hi, just wanted to take time to say thank you for the B. Bruce Award and certificate. Daddy Bruce was truly, truly a man after my own heart. I was blessed to meet him while working here at the Epworth United Methodist Church Outreach Services years and years ago. He always believed in helping people, and that's what I'm all about. He actually encouraged me to carry on his legacy and being able to serve people in the community and basically anywhere. If they're in need of food, they come here and get it. The difference in what Daddy Bruce was doing and what we're doing here at Epworth Food Bank is the fact that we give out meat sacks, we give out food sacks, eggs, different things, and Daddy Bruce actually catered more to the homeless people. He fed, he had a place, a restaurant where he could cook and feed the people there. And here, like I said, we're trying to carry his legacy out. We do feed the homeless, but we don't have a place where we can warm stuff up and everything for them. But in saying that, I pray to God that I will be able to continue to do this with the help of all the donors and volunteers that make this possible for me to make a difference in someone else's lives, a positive difference. And again, I thank you for this.
And we're back. That was so inspirational.
Yes, it was.
Our next recipient of the B. Bruce Award are Mark Pipkin and Alvin Broswell. Many of us know them as the funeral directors of Pipkin Broswell Funerals, Cremation, and Receptions, right off of Colfax in Monaco. And we are familiar with the Pipkin family and Broswell family as they help to lay to rest our loved ones. And they do it with such excellence, with such effort. They do it with respect. And we thank them for their brilliance and bringing our community together at a time of need and when we in need of comfort. I just remember them when we laid my mother to rest, and the excellent service that they provided and the loving, caring nature that they both possess. They are our friends. They have supported the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation over the years and other community events throughout our district and throughout our city. So to Mark Pipkin and Alvin Broswell, we present to you the B. Bruce Award. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Greetings in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I would like to take this opportunity to first introduce myself. My name is Alvin Braswell. Alongside me is here Mr. Joseph Mark Pipkin. We are the owners of the Pipkin Braswell Funerals and Cremation. We're honored, we're absolutely honored that the Daddy Bruce Foundation has taken this opportunity to recognize and award us. We want to say that we are honored to receive this award, and we want to acknowledge the fact that Daddy Bruce would be 122 years old right now, and to have this celebration in honor of a man who indeed has lived long and lived well among us within this community and leaves a legacy that will be forever cherished. I was honored to be a part of his homegoing celebration, and we praise the Lord for what he has done and the great things that he continues to do.
And then I want to agree with Brother Braswell. It has certainly been an honor that we're being recognized. We want to thank you for that recognition. It's certainly an honor. God bless you.
That was so inspirational. We thank God. The next nominee is none other than Talitha Jones. And we thank God for this youth. You know, it's one thing to have a seasoned veteran in the forefront and the limelight. But when we have youth that are making their mark and making their trend on the world, it just makes our hearts feel even more so warm and welcoming. Talitha Jones, she is not only a model, but she's an actress. She is also a social media influencer. She's a photographer. She's a videologist, if you want to call her that. She is making her mark on the world, and we thank God that she is doing things God's way. She's active in her church, and she is also just a giant. And we thank God for Talitha Jones. Talitha, we are so honored and privileged to give to you and present to you this award, the B. Bruce Awards. Congratulations, Talitha Jones.
Congratulations. Good job.
My name is Talitha Jones, and I want to say thank you so much to the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation for giving me this award. It is such an honor to be one of the youngest, if not the youngest person recognized here today, letting others know that there is not an age limit to excellence. You can do anything you want, no matter your age, race, gender, demographic, wherever you come from. There is no limit to the people you can touch. And just take Daddy Bruce for an example. He touched so many people within his lifetime, and I hope that I can do the same. So again, thank you so much. It is such an honor.
The next recipient that we have is Melissa Boyd. She is the principal at the Bruce Randolph School. It's the middle school and high school, right off of 40th and Steele, about there in our neighborhood. And so we want to honor Miss Melissa because of her warm and welcoming spirit. I got a chance to meet her in person today, and she's very warm and welcoming. But not only that, but she has chosen as principal to carry the mantle of Daddy Bruce Randolph. So not only are the B. Bruce Awards that we're giving out today, but as we said earlier, they are given out at the school. And not only that, they're posted in the school so that the visitors, those who come in, so the students, the parents, all that come to the school are aware of what Daddy Bruce stands for. And so she exemplifies that through her leadership, through her leadership of students, staff, and all that are welcomed at the school. So to you, Miss Melissa Boyd, so great to meet you, so great to be honored to give you this award, the B. Bruce Award. Congratulations.
Hello, this is Melissa Boyd, the principal of Bruce Randolph School, and I would like to say thank you to the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation for this B. Bruce Award and book by Ed Dwight on Daddy Bruce's birthday. Thank you so very much for this honor. And as the principal of Bruce Randolph School, we strive every day to embody the spirit of Daddy Bruce Randolph. And we do that by looking for ways that we can give back to our community. And one of the ways that we are doing that I'm so excited to share is in the development of an urban agriculture pathway and in the development of a hydroponic farm within the walls of Bruce Randolph School. This opportunity, which I've partnered with so many amazing folks, including Sarah Peterson, Abby Belson, and Tracy Sanchez from the DPS College and Career Readiness Office. We work so hard with our partners at Teens for Food Justice in New York City to create this farm, which is going to allow our students to grow fresh fruits and vegetables that they are going to then provide to our cafeteria so that our entire school community can eat and can eat fresh fruits and vegetables grown by our kids in our school. And we're also thrilled for the opportunity for our students to sell and donate this produce to our school community, our greater community and neighbors. As I said, we look every single day for ways to give back to the community and really be sure that we're embodying the spirit of Daddy Bruce Randolph. So thank you once again to the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation. I so appreciate this.
What a wonderful presentation. Next, I have the privilege of introducing this great young man. Before I had a chance to meet him, I had seen him, had an opportunity to just observe him, and I thank God that I have an opportunity to have finally met him through my children, as a matter of fact. This is a great man. He does so much for the community. And I thank God that he has stepped up to the bar to especially mentor young men. And he is a great leader. And I speak of none other than Dr. Reverend Bishop, if you will, Reverend Quincy Shannon. I thank God for this young man who is a trailblazer. He's setting the world on fire and taking no prisoners. He is the founder, teacher, trainer of Quintessential Remedy. And we thank God for his leadership and for his tenacity, especially as it comes to mentoring our youth and especially our young men. He has helped our family out tremendously, as we stated. And so, Quincy, we honor you. We tip our hats off to you for the service that you do. And we would like to honor you with the B. Bruce Awards. God bless you.
Wow. Me? It's a humbling honor to be a recipient of this year's B. Bruce Award. When I think about the life and legacy of Daddy Bruce, I think about a man who took what he had to provide for as many as he could and made a lasting impact. And I'm only hopeful that the life and legacy in which I live will be able to have just a smidgen of that type of impact. Each year, I try to bring students, community members, and others to participate in this community service project because I think it's important for us to remember the value of providing for those that are in need, while also realizing sometimes we're in need as well. And so for all those who thought it not robbery for me to be a recipient this year, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Again, I want to thank everyone for coming and watching the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation's Daddy Bruce's birthday celebration. This has been 122 years that Daddy, if he was alive today, but Daddy Bruce passed at age 94. But this has continued since that time, and we've been doing the birthday celebration for many years now, just recognizing a man who did so much for this community. They said that Daddy Bruce changed the way that people give in Denver. And he said he wanted to be like Jesus and feed 5,000. Well, he reached that goal. And it has continued to grow and grow and grow. So we just always want to remember him and remember what he did for the community. And that's what you'll see in the upcoming documentary that we will show on February 20th on Rocky Mountain PBS. They're airing the Keep a Light in Your Window, Channel 6 at 5 o'clock. So again, this has been a good program because we had 13 recipients this year, 13 individuals that have been nominated to receive the B. Bruce Award. And the B. Bruce Award is the acronym. B is for brilliance, R is respect, U is unity, C is character, and E is excellence. And these individuals receive this award. And not only do we do it, but Bruce Randolph School does it as well. And they recognize the students so they can get one or all the 5 of those letters before they graduate. And so we chose to do the same to reach out to people in the community. So for the last several years, we've carried on the B. Bruce Award program so that we could reach people in the community that's doing similar things that Daddy Bruce did. And so now as we continue, I want to first of all thank 2 people, Dr. Tawana Jones and Pastor Frank Jones, who are on our board, but also took the lead this year in making this come together. And we want to continue to grow and continue to reach out to people, in the future with this type program. And if you've seen across the screen, where you can make a donation, because donations is what keeps things going. And we are 501c3, and the money that you donate will go into various projects that we're doing. We have the upcoming job fair, and Daddy Bruce helped so many people get jobs during the time that he had his restaurant. And he was an entrepreneur, so he hired people. So we wanted to keep that going by working with the city, Denver City, what's the program again?
City and County of Denver.
City and County of Denver. They're our partners in the job fair for the last few years, and it's gone well, and we want to continue doing that. We had great success in the last few years with that program, and then of course we do the Thanksgiving event where we help raise money for the Denver Feed a Family program,
Yes.
and we are the largest donors, individual donors, for that program with the money that we raise through the Denver Daddy Bruce Thanksgiving. Not the Daddy Bruce Thanksgiving, but the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation. So keep us in mind as you see the places that you can give across the screen, and be partners with us in making everything happen that we do through the Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation. So thank you guys again. I just want to leave my two people here with something that they can sit down and say, hey, we did a great job. We want to sit down and enjoy just resting and, you know, and looking back at, you know, what they've done to make this happen. So to all of you that have seen it, and all those that still will be on our Daddy Bruce Legacy Foundation's website, and that across the board, so you can take it from there, www.daddybrucelegacyfoundation.org, and that's where you can still see all the things that we do in the community.
Yes.
So thank all of you again for watching this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hello again. Excuse me.
Okay. Who would have been before that? Okay.
Here we go. It's still recording. Wait a minute.
Oh, yes, it is. Yep.
Did it? I must have
Yep.
hit it twice or something. But it even does our heart even more. Does our hearts even better. We have a warmer heart and just inspiration. And I don't know what I'm saying. So.
Well, as you heard, the B. Bruce Awards and what they stand for, the acronyms that were discovered or not discovered.